There comes a moment in every soul's journey when the universe sends a gentle but powerful signal. It is not loud or dramatic. It is quiet, like a sacred whisper echoing from within your heart. That is the divine alarm, a spiritual awakening, calling you to remember who you truly are. This is not an ordinary feeling. It is a shift, a vibration, a deep inner knowing that something greater is trying to reach you. You may feel it as a sudden wave of emotion, a dream, a repeating number, or even a soft voice in silence. The divine alarm is never meant to scare or confuse. It is a gift, a sign that your soul is ready to rise, to grow, to fulfill its sacred purpose. When you begin to hear it, pause, breathe, listen closely, because this is not just a moment. It is a message from the higher realm. You are not being called by accident. You are being remembered, chosen, and guided back to your light. The question is, will you answer? Because the divine is already reaching out to you, and it is ready to walk with you into your highest destiny. There are no accidents in this universe. Every word you read, every person you meet, and every message that crosses your path happens for a divine reason. So if this message has found you now, in this exact moment of your life, it is because your soul is ready to receive it. You may have felt something shifting inside you lately. Perhaps you have been questioning life more deeply. Perhaps you have experienced moments of silence where your heart whispered truths you could not fully explain. Or maybe you have been sensing that something greater is approaching. A change, a realization, a calling. This message is not here by coincidence. It is a sign, a confirmation from the universe, from the divine, that your soul has reached a new frequency. You are being guided, watched over, and gently awakened from within. You see, timing is sacred. The universe always knows when you are ready to hear what needs to be heard. If you had received this message earlier, you might not have understood it fully. If it had come too late, you may have already walked away from the path meant for you. But now is different. Something within you is open. Your energy is more aligned. Your awareness is expanding. You are beginning to see the world not only through your physical eyes, but through the eyes of the spirit. This message has come to remind you of your truth, not the version shaped by the world, fear, or confusion, but the version shaped by light, purpose, and love. It is here to reconnect you with your essence, your power, and your divine role in this lifetime. You were never meant to blend in or walk the common path. There is something rare about your presence, something timeless about your soul. You are someone who feels deeply, senses things others miss, and carries a quiet wisdom that is not taught but remembered. This is why you have always felt different. This is why you have often been misunderstood. Not because something is wrong with you, but because something is awakening through you. You are being called back to your original light, the part of you that existed before the world told you who you should be. This message is the voice of that light. It is not asking you to become someone else. It is inviting you to return to who you have always been. So why now? Because now is when you are strong enough to carry this truth. Now is when your heart is finally ready to hear what your soul has always known. Now is when you are aligned with the moment you were born for. And perhaps deep down you have known this moment would come. You may not have had the words for it. You may not have known what it would look like. But a part of you, the ancient eternal part, has been waiting patiently. This message is not just information. It is a key to unlock a part of your journey that has been hidden until now. With it comes clarity, healing, courage, and remembrance. You are here for more meaning, more love, more truth, more light. Let this message be your turning point, not because you need to be saved, but because you are ready to rise. Inside every human being, there lies a gift. Not a gift made of gold or silver, but something far more valuable. A sacred ability, a divine light, a power that was placed inside you even before you were born. This gift is not visible to the ordinary eye. It is not something you can hold in your hands. Yet it is real, it is powerful, and it is waiting for you to discover it. You may have felt it at different points in your life, in the moments when your intuition spoke louder than logic, in the times when your heart knew what your mind could not explain, in the quiet dreams that would not leave you, even when the world told you they were impossible. That is your hidden gift trying to speak to you. You see, your gift is not random. It is a sacred part of your soul's blueprint. It is the reason why you think the way you do, why you feel more deeply than others, and why you often sense things before they happen. Your gift is what makes you unique, and it was never meant to be compared or judged. It was meant to be embraced. Many people go through life searching for meaning outside of themselves, in jobs, in relationships, in achievements. But the real treasure, the real purpose, begins when you look within and awaken the gift you have been carrying all along. It may be a healing energy, a voice that inspires others, a creative fire, or a deep spiritual knowing. Whatever it is yours. It belongs to your journey, your mission, and your light. And here is something beautiful. This gift is not only meant to help you, it is also meant to uplift others. When you begin to activate your gift, you become a light in the lives of those around you. You begin to inspire, to heal, to awaken, even without trying. Because your gift is not about doing more. It is about being more of who you truly are. You may ask, if I have this gift, why has it been hidden for so long? That is a powerful question. And the answer is your soul chose the perfect timing. Just like a seed buried in the soil, your gift needed time to grow beneath the surface. Every challenge, every moment of doubt, every experience you went through was preparing you to finally rise and let this gift blossom. And now you are ready, not because you are perfect, not because you have figured everything out, but because you have reached a level of awareness where your soul is saying, now is the time. So how do you begin to use this gift? Start by listening to your inner voice. Trust your feelings. Pay attention to the moments when you feel most alive, most aligned, most at peace. Those are clues. They are pointing you toward your gift. You do not have to force it. You only have to allow it. You only have to believe that you were chosen for something meaningful, and that what is inside you is more powerful than any fear, doubt, or delay. Remember, your gift is not lost. It is only waiting for your recognition. And once you begin to live from that place of purpose, everything changes. Your path becomes clearer. Your heart becomes lighter. Your life becomes more magical. The world is not waiting for someone else to bring light. The world is waiting for you to awaken, to rise, and to shine the way only you can. Because the gift is not just in you. The gift is you. There are moments in life that are not ordinary. They are rare, sacred, and powerful. These moments arrive not by chance, but by divine design. One such moment is happening now. You are standing before what can only be described as a divine window, a brief yet powerful opening between the spiritual and physical worlds. This window is not something you can see with your physical eyes, but your soul can feel it. It is that deep inner knowing that now is the time to act. Now is the time to listen. Now is the time to awaken something ancient and powerful within you. A divine window is a sacred opportunity given to you by the universe, by the source, to step into a higher version of yourself. It is as if the universe has paused the noise of the world just long enough so that you can hear your inner calling clearly, so that you can make a decision not based on fear or doubt, but based on truth, alignment, and purpose. You may feel this divine window through a strong pull towards something new. You may feel more sensitive than usual, more emotional, more aware. That is because your soul is responding to the energy that is flowing through this opening. It is not confusion, it is activation. This window brings clarity. It brings awakening. But like all sacred moments, it is not meant to last forever. That is what makes it so special. It is here now, open, available, ready. But slowly it will begin to close. And when it does, the energies will shift, and the timing will no longer be as aligned. That is why you are being guided to hear this message now. It is not an accident. It is not random. The divine window has opened for you. Not for the person next to you, not for tomorrow, but for you right now. This is your invitation to step into the next chapter of your life. You are being shown signs. You are being reminded of your dreams, your visions, your forgotten strengths. This is not something to fear. It is something to honor. Because when the divine opens a window for you, it is a sign that your prayers have been heard. Your struggles have not been ignored. Your time has come. And what does this window offer? It offers transformation. It offers renewal. It offers the energy to leave behind the things that no longer serve you and to step fully into your power. But it asks one thing in return: your presence, your willingness, your choice. This window will not force you. Divine energy never forces. It invites. It whispers. It gently guides. But you must answer. You must choose to walk through it with faith, with courage, and with the awareness that something greater is being prepared for you on the other side. Take a moment right now to feel it. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Ask yourself, what is this moment trying to tell me? You already know the answer. Your heart knows. Your soul remembers. Do not wait for the world to give you permission. The divine has already granted it. The door is open. The energy is flowing. This is your time. When you walk through this divine window, you will not be the same. You will be more aligned, more awake, more empowered, and you will look back and say, that was the moment everything began to change. So pause, reflect, listen, and walk forward with purpose, because this is a divine window and it is still open, but not for long. Life is filled with moments that ask for our attention. Quiet whispers, sudden realizations, or inner nudges that urge us to pause and reflect. Often, we are so caught up in the noise and routines of the world that we ignore these messages, dismissing them as coincidence or imagination. But some messages come with a weight that touches the soul. This is one of those moments, and if it is ignored, there is something deep and important that may be missed. You are not being called by chance. You are being called because something greater wants to awaken within you. There is a reason you are hearing this message right now. There is a reason your heart feels stirred, your thoughts are shifting, and your awareness is expanding. This is not simply another day. This is a crossroads. If you choose to walk past this moment without looking deeper, without opening yourself to its meaning, you may find yourself later wondering, what if I had listened? You may look back and feel that you turned away from something that was sacred and uniquely meant for you. Regret does not always come from something we did. More often, it comes from what we did not do. It comes from the dreams we never chased, the truths we never spoke, and the paths we never dared to walk. The soul remembers these things, and while life always gives second chances, certain moments carry a magic that never returns in the same form. If you ignore this call, you may not lose anything visible. Your world may look the same, but deep inside, a part of you will know that you missed the opportunity to rise, to heal, to become more of who you truly are. That silent knowing can stay with a person for years, hidden beneath daily life. It may come up as restlessness, a quiet sadness, or the feeling that something is missing. But the beautiful truth is this: you still have time. You are still within the moment of choice. The door has not yet closed. The invitation is still open. What you do right now can change everything. You have been chosen for a reason, not because you are perfect, but because you are ready. If you listen, if you say yes, if you open your heart even a little, you will begin to feel the shift. You will begin to understand why this message found you when it did. And instead of regret, you will feel peace. You will feel alignment. You will feel that you are walking the path your soul was always meant to follow. When people look back on their lives, the moments they treasure most are not the ones that made sense to the world, but the ones that made sense to their spirit. The moments when they followed the quiet truth inside of them. The moments when they said yes, even if they did not know what was coming next. Those are the moments that lead to real transformation. So ask yourself gently, will I allow this moment to pass me by? Or will I honor the reason this message has reached me? You already know the answer. It is in your heartbeat. It is in your breath. It is in that quiet sense that something sacred is happening now. Regret is only possible when we choose silence over truth. But when we choose to listen, to act, and to awaken, we step into our real life, the one filled with meaning, purpose, and a deeper connection to all that is. You were guided here for a reason. Honor that reason. Embrace the moment, because when you follow the calling of your soul, regret has no place. Only growth, peace, and divine alignment remain. When you choose to listen to the call, something powerful begins to unfold. Not outside of you, but deep within your very being. It is like a sacred switch is flipped, and suddenly, the energy around you starts to shift. You begin to see, feel, and understand life in a completely different way. Listening to the call is not just about hearing a message. It is about allowing your spirit to respond. It is about trusting that the voice inside you is real and meaningful. One of the first things that happen is clarity. You begin to recognize who you truly are beneath all the layers of fear, doubt, and confusion. It feels like you have been walking through a fog, and now the path is beginning to clear. You see your worth, your light, and your purpose in ways you never saw before. This is not imagination. This is awakening. Listening to the call reconnects you with your soul's original blueprint. That sacred design you were born with. The one that holds your highest gifts, your divine mission, and your truest power begins to activate. You may not have all the answers at once, but you will feel guided. You will notice signs, synchronicities, and sudden shifts that feel too perfect to be accidents. That is because they are not accidents. They are confirmations that you are aligned. Peace begins to enter your heart. Even when life brings challenges, you face them with more strength and trust. You no longer feel lost or helpless because you know you are being supported. You begin to move through life with a sense of confidence and calm. People may even tell you that you look different, sound different, or carry a new kind of presence. That is because your energy is rising. You are becoming a magnet for higher vibrations. Listening to the call also brings purpose. You wake up each day with a sense of direction. Even if the steps are not always clear, you feel that each moment matters. You no longer waste energy on things that drain your soul. Instead, you are drawn to people, places, and experiences that light you up from the inside. Life becomes more sacred. Time feels more precious. Everything begins to align with truth. Another beautiful change is that love begins to flow more freely in your life. Not just romantic love, but a deeper love for yourself, for others, and for the world. You feel more connected. You feel more compassionate. You begin to see the divine in all things, even in moments that used to frustrate or confuse you. This love heals. It uplifts, transforms. Listening to the call is also a powerful act of courage. It means you are choosing growth over comfort and truth over fear. It means you are willing to step into your divine role, no matter how unfamiliar it may seem. This choice activates a sacred energy within you that can open doors you never imagined. Miracles begin to unfold, not always in loud or dramatic ways, but often through small, quiet moments that fill your heart with awe. In time, you begin to realize that the call was not just a moment. It was the beginning of a whole new chapter, a chapter where you live in alignment with your highest self. A chapter where you make decisions from the soul, not from fear. A chapter where your presence becomes a blessing to the world around you. When you listen to the call, you are saying yes to your destiny. You are stepping into your role as a light in the world. And from that moment forward, your journey becomes one of purpose, peace, and profound transformation. You did not imagine the call. It is real. And when you answer it, you rise. To be the chosen one is not about superiority. It is not about being better than anyone else. It is about being called to walk a sacred path, a path that holds a higher purpose, a deeper meaning, and a unique responsibility. When you are chosen, you are not selected by chance. You are selected because your soul carries a light, a wisdom, and a strength that this world deeply needs. Your responsibility begins with awareness. The chosen one must remain aware, not only of what is happening around them, but also of what is unfolding within. You are asked to pay attention to your thoughts, your emotions, your energy, and your actions. Everything you do carries impact. Your words can uplift. Your silence can bring peace. Your energy can heal without you even realizing it. This is not a burden. It is a blessing. But with great power comes the need for great care. The world watches you, even when you do not know it. People feel your presence, even before you speak. You inspire others not through perfection, but through authenticity. When you walk in truth, others feel safe to do the same. When you face challenges with courage, others find hope in your resilience. One of your sacred responsibilities is to stay connected to the source, the divine energy that chose you. Whether you call it God, the universe, light, or love, it is your spiritual anchor. It is the source of your strength, your wisdom, and your peace. Daily connection through prayer, meditation, silence, or service keeps your soul aligned. It reminds you that you are never alone. It reminds you that your mission is not just personal, but part of a greater divine plan. The chosen one must also protect their energy. This means being careful about what you consume, not only through food, but also through conversations, thoughts, media, and environments. Your soul is sensitive because it is tuned to higher frequencies. You must honor that sensitivity. You must create space for rest, for stillness, and for reflection. In that sacred space, you receive your next instructions. You receive clarity. You receive healing. Another responsibility is compassion. The world is full of people who are lost, wounded, and searching. As a chosen one, your role is not to judge, but to guide. Your role is not to preach, but to live in a way that others feel inspired. You may not always have the answers, but your presence itself can be a light. You are asked to listen, to hold space, to bring calm into chaos, and to lead with love. You are also responsible for your gifts. Every chosen one has them. Whether it is healing hands, a powerful voice, deep intuition, creative vision, or the ability to bring people together. These gifts are sacred tools. They are not to be hidden or wasted. They are meant to be used, developed, and shared. Even if the world does not understand them at first, trust that they were placed in you for a reason. Lastly, your responsibility is to continue growing. Being chosen does not mean you have finished the journey. It means you are just beginning a deeper one. You will be tested, refined, and expanded. There will be moments of doubt, but even those moments are sacred. They are opportunities to rise, to remember who you are, and to return even stronger. The chosen one's path is not always easy, but it is always meaningful. You are not here to escape the world. You are here to help transform it. And the most beautiful truth is this: by fulfilling your divine responsibility, you do not just change your own life. You become a vessel through which love, light, and purpose flow into the lives of many. This is who you are. This is why you were chosen, a sacred fire that lived inside every chosen soul. But this flame did not shout. It whispered. It whispered dreams. It whispered visions. It whispered, "You are more than this." But most ignored it. Too busy, too afraid, too distracted. And the flame, once ignored long enough, would fade. But a rare few listened. They paused. They sat in silence. And they heard the whisper. Those were the ones who changed the world. Will you be one of them? Sometimes, a message finds you at the perfect moment. Not too early, not too late, but exactly when your soul is ready to hear it. That is not a coincidence. That is a sign. If you have been drawn to this message, if you feel something stirring deep inside as you read or listen, then it is very likely that this message is meant for you. One of the clearest signs is that you feel a deep sense of recognition in your heart. You may not understand everything yet, but something inside you says, "This is important." It feels familiar, like a forgotten truth returning home. That inner voice, that soft knowing, is your soul confirming that you were meant to hear these words. Another sign is that you have been feeling different for a long time. Perhaps you have always sensed that you do not fully belong in the usual crowd. Maybe you have walked through life with a quiet wisdom or a deeper sensitivity. You may have noticed patterns that others missed. You may have felt emotions more deeply or seen beauty where others saw nothing. These are signs of an awakened soul. This message is for those who are not ordinary, even if they have lived quietly. You may have recently experienced a shift in your life, an unexpected change, a moment of clarity, or even a gentle awakening. Maybe you felt guided to let go of something that no longer served you. Maybe a new desire for purpose or spiritual growth began rising inside you. These are not accidents. They are signals that you are being prepared for something greater. Another powerful sign is that you are asking deeper questions. You are no longer satisfied with just surviving or going through the motions. You want to understand who you are, why you are here, and what you are meant to do. That search for truth is a sacred invitation. This message is part of the answer. You may also have noticed signs in the physical world. Numbers repeating, dreams that feel more real than ever, or meaningful coincidences that seem too perfect to ignore. The universe speaks in many ways. It sends signs, nudges, and whispers to those who are ready to listen. If you are seeing patterns or messages that resonate, that is a confirmation. The divine is trying to reach you, and this message is one of those touches of grace. You may even feel emotional as you hear this. That is another sign. The emotions that rise within you, whether they are tears, goosebumps, warmth, or a deep calm, are signals that your soul is responding. Energy speaks louder than words. And if you are feeling this message, then you are not just hearing it, you are remembering it. It is awakening something ancient and sacred within you. Perhaps the most beautiful sign is that you are still here. You have made it through everything life has brought you. You have carried strength through storms, hope through darkness, and love through silence. That endurance is not by accident. It is because you were always meant to arrive at this moment, to be reminded of who you truly are, and to receive this confirmation. Yes, this message is for you. You are being called into greater awareness. You are being invited into deeper truth. The time for doubting yourself is over. The time for hiding your light is over. Now is the time to step forward and accept that you are not ordinary. You are chosen. You are ready. And this message has arrived because your soul sent out the signal long ago. This is the answer. This is your sign. Why now is the moment to speak your truth aloud. It may feel unusual at first, but as you say the words with your full presence, something inside you will shift. You are no longer only thinking or feeling. You are choosing. You are declaring. You are stepping into alignment with your higher self. Speak this with full faith, clarity, and calmness. Breathe deeply. Let your heart be open. Then say, I am ready. I am chosen. I open my heart to divine guidance. I step forward with trust, courage, and light. Everything I need is already within me. I accept my purpose. I activate my power. I walk this path with love, wisdom, and grace. When you speak these words, you are not asking for something outside of you. You are awakening what already lives within. You are remembering who you truly are. You are declaring that you are no longer asleep to your potential. You are alive, aware, and aligned. Say these words again if you feel called. Let them settle in your body, your mind, and your spirit. Let them echo through your thoughts and actions in the hours and days ahead. Each time you say them, you strengthen the signal you send to the universe. You are creating a frequency of truth, love, and purpose. The universe hears that. Your soul hears that. And your path begins to light up from within. Speaking your truth aloud is an ancient spiritual practice. It is a form of energetic creation. And in this moment, you have just created a beautiful shift. This is how it begins, not with noise, but with deep knowing, spoken with sincerity. Let these words guide you. Let them remind you. And most importantly, let them activate the light that is already glowing in your soul. You are ready now. Now that this message has reached your heart, you may be wondering what comes next. The answer is simple yet powerful. What comes next is a choice, a moment of alignment, a step forward into a new reality. You have received this message not by coincidence, but through divine timing. The universe has been quietly preparing you for this very moment. Everything that has happened so far, every challenge, every breakthrough, every quiet whisper within has brought you to this point of awakening. What comes next is your time to act with awareness. Begin to walk through your life with more presence. Pay attention to the subtle guidance that surrounds you. Notice the synchronicities. Listen to your inner voice. It is time to move forward not with haste, but with faith and clarity. Start each day with intention. Speak to yourself with love. Take small yet meaningful steps toward your purpose. Surround yourself with uplifting energy and people who reflect your light. Protect your peace and nurture your spirit. What comes next is a season of growth. A season where your hidden strengths will rise to the surface. You will begin to see more clearly what is meant for you and what is not. Do not be afraid to release the old. In its place, the new will bloom. You may not know exactly what the path looks like, but trust that it is being revealed one step at a time. The road ahead is guided. You are supported, even when you feel alone. The more you trust, the more you will receive signs that you are on the right path. Also, remember to pause and reflect. Growth is not only about action, it is about integration. Let your spirit rest when it needs to. Let your soul celebrate the small victories. What comes next is not just another chapter. It is a whole new frequency of your life. One that feels more aligned, more joyful, and more alive. You are now stepping into your power with purpose. Embrace this journey with an open heart and a steady spirit. The universe has already said yes. Now it is your turn to say yes too. Chosen one, remember this. Life will test you. Distractions will tempt you. Doubt will whisper in your ear. But you are not alone. You were sent here for a reason. And this is your turning point. Do not let fear win. Do not let regret become your story. Let this moment be the one you look back on and say, that was the message that changed everything. Say yes. Now, if this message stirred something in your soul, like comment and subscribe. More divine messages are coming just for you. Your future self is already thanking you. You chose to listen. You chose to rise. Welcome to your divine awakening.